wise and brave and free. Thou unlocks each mystery. Science, science, hail to thee. Science, science, hail to thee.
Huzzah! Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the annual meeting of the Explorers Club.
Here.
I have the honor to be acting President Pro Tempore in the absence of Harry Percy, who is still leading the pole expedition. I know our prayers are with him.
Oh, God speed to him.
Now, on to excellent news for our club. Two of our own have an audience with Queen Victoria at the palace tomorrow. Professor Cope, as many of you know, discovered a new deadly species of cobra on his last herpetological expedition.
Her name's Rosie.
Yes, and tomorrow...
She's named for my mother.
Yes. Thank you, Professor Cope. Also presenting at the palace tomorrow is our own Professor Walling, who has done some amazing behavioral studies with his guinea pigs.
Cavia porcellus, if you please. Lovable creatures, very clever. I designed an experiment in which I put food outside their cages to see if they would be able to figure out the latches. And you know, they did. Only now I can't find any of them. I think they're in the walls or something. This one, Jane, had some problems with the latch, so I've still got her. In retrospect, it wasn't the best designed experiment.
But you have proven their intelligence.
Yes, I have. Thank you, Cope. You always know how to make me feel better. They said a man who studies snakes and a man who studies prey could never be friends, but we proved them wrong, eh?
We have.
Science is the great equalizer.
Indeed, to science!
To science!
Yes, a word about the cocktails. I'm afraid our club bartender Roger has been having some personal problems, so he's not been doing his best work.
He never does.
But many of us feel that discharging him would be kicking a man when he's down.
Oh, go ahead.
So you'll just have to bear with the drinks until we get it sorted. Now, on to our annual Blair Morgan Lecture. I'm excited to introduce an exceptional explorer and scientist who, in fact, I hope to propose for membership. She has achieved...
Steady on, Lucius.
There are no female members of this club.
Gentlemen, I know that it's unorthodox, but we are men of progress. We cannot judge by old categories, but look to the future. And I think you will find that her work speaks for itself. Gentlemen, please welcome Miss Phillida Spot Hume, the first explorer to discover the lost city of Pahat-Lebong.
Pahat-Lebong? I thought that was a myth.
No, it's a very real place for it. Real. Yes, listen, please.
Gentlemen of the Explorers Club, I thank you. I shall endeavor to prove worthy of the honor you do me. May I present to you all a genuine warrior of the Nakon tribe of the lost city of Pahat-Lebong, Luigi Nari Haru.
It's a blue trap.
Strange.
His name is actually not Luigi, but Lucio Wena Nepto Nefamano Sewe, which translates roughly to strikes without warning and waters the ground with your blood. I shorten it to Luigi for simplicity's sake.
Luigi.
Very good, Luigi. Of my full journey to Pahat-Lebong, I will say little. It was grueling. Although we had set out well provided with canned meats and tea, cheap alcohol for the local guides, and better quality alcohol for the stove.
Oh, good thinking.
By the time we reached the island chains of Sakaru, we had exhausted everything. Deserted by those guides who had not died of alcohol poisoning, I crawled delirious through the swamps. And when I was found by Luigi, I was in possession of nothing more but the clothes on my back and a spoon.
A spoon?
Luckily for me, the Nakon god Mogwai is spoon-shaped. Observe as I hold out this spoon.
Mogwai, Aleli.
Fascinating.
Armed only with my spoon, they greeted me as a messenger from their god. Luigi is a fierce fighter, like all Nakon. They have to be because Pahat-Lebong is the worst place on earth. The rocky soil cannot be farmed. All the trees have been cut down. The animals hunted nearly to extinction, and they are forced to subsist on a jerky made of toad.
Really?
The toad is poisonous, but most of the poison boils off when the toad is poached in urine.
Sounds like one of Roger's drinks.
Wally.
But the Nakon will not leave their homeland. They say that long ago their god Mogwai commanded them to live there, saying it would make them strong. And when one of them asked why they could not be strong elsewhere, Mowgli grabbed him by the nostrils, flung him to the ground, and jumped up and down on his spine until he was dead.
Rude.
The Nakons celebrate this event every year like Christmas. Only instead of singing carols and exchanging presents, they cower silently in their huts for 2 days. I will end my lecture here, as tomorrow I will be presenting Luigi to the Queen, and he must rest after his journey. But I would be happy to continue my lecture series here of this proud people, if invited back by this esteemed club. Thank you all.
Well, thank you, Miss Fortune. And there being no further business, the meeting is now adjourned.
Wonderful lecture, Miss Spothume. I never thought I'd see a woman present at the Explorers Club, but you have proved me wrong.
Oh, thank you, Professor.
If you'd like to share a cab to the palace tomorrow, Wally and I are going there as well.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Thank you.
I don't like it. This is an explorers club, not a garden party, Miss Spothume. Your science may be adequate. Your sex is weak with sin and led astray by diverse lusts.
Well, no offense taken.
Robert Sloan, professor of archaeotheology.
I'm sorry, of what?
Biblical science. God created science and God wrote the Bible. And the Bible exhorts us to beware the evil woman.
Gentlemen, shall we discuss it further over dinner?
Dinner. Excellent.
Excuse
I think
us.
I'll order the poached toad.
Oh, dear.
Well done, Phillida. I knew they'd be impressed. Are your guest accommodations comfortable?
Oh, Luigi has a lovely room, thank you. And they've arranged for a place for me as well.
Ah.
I think it used to be the potato cellar. Lucius, thank you for this. I know what an imposition it is for you to propose me.
Well, you deserve it. After all, you're an exceptional scientist. Will you and Luigi be joining us for dinner?
Oh, not until after the soup course, I think. All those spoons.
Marguerite, allez-y. Right.
And I must stay with him. He will wander off from time to time and introduce himself to people.
Well, that's the sort of thing we should be encouraging, isn't it? Well, hello there, Luigi.
That is how the Nakon introduce themselves.
Meeting the Queen is a terrible idea.
Don't be silly, Lucius. You don't shake hands with the Queen. Luigi will bow. We've been working on it. Watch this. Luigi, the Queen.
Majesty.
There you go. Very good. I think she'll be charmed.
Phillida, I wonder if I might have a moment.
Oh, certainly.
I'd like to show you this.
Oh, it's lovely, Lucius. What is it?
It's a new species. You see, I've discovered it and I get to name it. And if I'm not being too forward, I've named it genus Phillida.
Oh, for me? Why?
Because it's beautiful. And it has rather interesting properties. You see, it's like a drug. Inhale a little bit and you become confused and words don't seem to come out right. Inhale a little more and you're filled with all sorts of inexplicable hungers. Inhale even more and you're filled with euphoria and happiness. So the name is quite appropriate, really.
Well, what happens if you take too much?
Coma and death. Which is not so appropriate.
No, that's actually insulting.
But it's hard to take too much, you see, because you get an intense itching well before you overdose.
Still insulting.
Phillida,
Yes.
what I want to say is, what I want you to know is that
I have returned!
Percy,
My God, but it's good to be back at the old club.
you've come back right at this moment.
Barely made it. Barely. Hopper's bought it.
He's dead.
Oh, how horrible for you.
Worse for him. Done in by a batch of warrior monks. Deadly fellows. One of them took Hopper's head clean off. Lost Bede, too. Fenwick fell off a mountain, and Beecham was gored by a yak. Dangerous work, exploring. Oh, who's this now? Sister of yours?
I'm pleased to introduce Miss Phillida Spot Hume. I'm proposing her for membership.
A female? How extraordinary. Sir Harry Percy, gentleman, explorer, at your service.
A pleasure, sir.
We were just talking. Privately.
Oh, what about?
Coma and death.
Not just that.
Oh, death is ever with us. Had many narrow escape myself on this last trip. Avalanche, crevasses, hostile natives. Stanley lost a foot.
The other one?
Yes, it's a pity. I used to call him Limpy, as a joke. Keep up his morale. Now I can't call him that.
It would be insensitive.
It would be inaccurate. He can't even limp anymore. Mostly just drags across the ground. I could call him draggy, I suppose, but not much of a ring to it. Old stumpers, perhaps. Well, I'll think of something. Oh, but you missed a grand adventure, Lucius.
Sounds it.
Once we were trapped by a snowstorm in a mountain pass, our bodies and minds frozen with cold and boredom. Nothing to do but brush the snow off of poor footless Stanley while we waited out the months. But then we saw the most astonishing creatures. 2 birds. Huge birds with snow-white plumage and golden eyes. Knowing eyes, almost. We watched them gliding effortlessly off the raging mountain winds like swallows on a summer breeze. I tell you what gave us hope to see that. They were like messengers of God. They had no fear of us at all. Magnificent creatures.
They sound beautiful.
And delicious.
What?
Tasted like chicken, only, more foreign. Where's the blue fella?
Oh, this is Luigi, a genuine warrior of the
Oh,
night.
put her there, old salt.
Louisa, are you okay?
Oh, Richard.
Sorry.
Oh, dear.
Easy going, chap. I like him. He can stay for brandy and cigars.
Is that Percy? Welcome back, old scrum.
Hope you old snake charmer. And Wally. Oh, I see Jane still hasn't found her way out of the cage, eh? Not too bright, is she?
She's very loyal to me.
I see you bet the woman.
Well, if Lucius is vouching for her, I think we ought to consider it. I mean, the times are changing. There's nothing wrong with women, inherently. Queen's a woman, isn't she? Not as attractive a woman as Miss Spot Hume here.
Please, call me Phillida.
What?
Phillida? Well then, welcome, Phillida. And now get out. It's time for brandy and cigars.
Brandy and cigars.
Excuse me?
Percy!
We can't have a girl around for brandy and cigars.
No.
You'll have to retire to the lounge with the other ladies.
But there are no other ladies.
I told you she'd be difficult.
No, not at all. It will be my pleasure.
Right, Roger, set us up. Oh, come now, he's gone again. Honestly, we have the worst bartender of any club in London. Well, this round's on him.
Percy!
What, Lucius? It's brandy and cigars. Roger or no Roger, brandy and cigars is a sacred time.
Yes.
I don't care what's going on in the world. Brandy and cigars waits for no man.
Wonderfully put.
Yes, beautifully.
It's the heart and soul of the British Empire. Or other empires didn't have brandy and cigars, and what happened to them? The Romans, the Persians, the other ones? If they'd have brandy and cigars, we'd all be speaking Roman today. Brandy and cigars is what separates us from the animals. Gentlemen? To science. At least Roger can't mess up a bottle of brandy. He must be replaced. The National Geographic boys laugh at us because of him. Well, that and the whole Poe expedition thing of mine, which is not a laughing matter. Men die. Good men, too. Not worthless layabouts like Roger, but men. Real men die. so I could get there first.
Percy!
Which I did.
Percy!
Got there first.
Percy!
Me first, no one else. I got there first. No one can dispute that.
No, indeed no one does dispute that. What they dispute is the existence of an East Pole.
Oh, it exists. I've been there. First, in fact. And just between you and me, old man, next year, I'm off to find the West one. I just need to raise the funds, assuming those National Geographic tosses haven't fouled the waters for me. No, listen, this will be much easier. We know where the North one is, and the South one, and the East. So for the West, I'll just triangulate. Cinch, really.
Percy, did you even go to school? Because simple geometry was...
Geometry! Ah, a man of science can't be bound by what geometrists say is true. The Pope told Galileo that the Earth was flat, and he said nuts to you, Pope. And we say the same thing every day.
I don't.
Neither do I, of course not. How would that look if I went around muttering nuts to you, Pope, every day? Just give the wankers over at National G something else to laugh about. My point is that we explorers take what people think they know, and we go out into the world and we say, no, sir, no. What you know is wrong. This is what's real. What we can observe and touch and kill, and then stuff. Another round.
Nuts to you, Pope.
That's the spirit.
I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. I'm sitting all by myself in the very next room.
Sorry, my dear, it's the rules.
Why is the woman still here?
She's going back to the lounge.
Spirited little filly, isn't she?
Miss Spot Hume is an accomplished explorer. That's why I'm proposing her.
She still needs 4 votes from the executive committee, and she shall never have mine.
Oh, why not? She seems perfectly nice.
She's a dangerous temptation to us.
You can say that again. Anyone going to go for it, or shall I?
Percy!
I do like thin women.
I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. I've just always preferred them that way.
Now look here, Percy, you can't just... You know, it's not... She's not.
Oh, thinking about her for yourself, eh? Well, she seems to like you.
You think?
In a sisterly way.
Sisterly? No one's asking you! Surely we have something more appropriate to talk about?
What exactly are we talking about? I feel as though I'm missing something.
Nothing, you topic!
Someone's blushing.
What are we talking about? I still don't understand. No, Percy, I don't understand. No. Is it charades? Is it something over that?
Oh, it's something a long way away.
It's a long, thin thing.
Is it a snake?
No, it's not a snake. Why must you always guess snake?
Well, I like snakes. Why can't the answer ever be snake?
Because what kind of a challenge would that be? Someone stands up, you guess snake, game's over. Another fascinating evening of charades with Cope. I was pointing to Philida, man. Philida, Lucius and Philida.
Did you call me?
No! No, sorry, no.
But
Honestly, Percy, do you think you could shout Lucius and Philida any louder?
Oh, I'm sure I could. Let's see. Lucius
Stop
and...
that!
Lucius and Philida, indeed. See, that's where you lack the touch, old bean. Women aren't attracted to embarrassment. They like excitement. She'd be more likely to fall for, well, someone like me.
You don't even know her. I named a flower after her.
Oh, the one that causes coma and death?
That's not the point.
And itching?
Yeah, it's a bit tactless.
Why are you agreeing with him?
I'm just enjoying being part of the discussion. We're being very manly, aren't we?
Manly, exactly. You put your finger on it, Pope. We are manly, and women are not.
Nakonge we la geisha. Du aru sifka basse. Well aru ikit sasha basse. Mem aru pog foot. We gambo. Well basse at lala.
Is it a snake?
No, again with the snake. You think he went through all that just to describe snake? He lives in the jungle. Man, if it took that long to say snake, his people would all be dead from snake bites.
Snakes don't attack unprovoked. They are just afraid of you as you are of them.
He's not saying snake.
Well, is it Philida then?
What?
It was Philida the last time.
You're not getting this game at all.
Someone definitely called my name that time.
No.
Oh, but it's so boring in there. Next time I should remember to bring a book.
Bring a Bible, harlot.
I'm really sorry, please.
So, what are you up to, Sloane?
Oh, I'm presenting to the Irish Society tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. What's the thesis?
It's a new breakthrough in biblical studies. Quite exciting, really. You know the 10 lost tribes of Israel?
Not personally, no.
From the Bible person, the 10 lost tribes are Reuben, Simeon, Naphtali, Issachar, Asher, Gad, Zebulun, Levi, Reuben, and Dan. The Bible tells us that the Assyrians invaded them, captured them, took them sold them into slavery. And no one ever heard of them again, not in the entire Bible. No one knows where they went. It's a great mystery.
And you think you worked out where they went?
I have. They went to Ireland.
Really?
Yes, think about it. How many Irishmen do you know named Dan?
Yes.
Now you know why. Think about the name Hibernia. People say it comes from the Latin, hibernus, meaning wintry. But the Romans never made it to Ireland. No. Hibernia is a Greek name. Neo, meaning new, and Eber, meaning Hebrew. The 10 lost tribes of the Hebrews. I'm saying that the 10 lost tribes of the Hebrews took with them the Ark of the Covenant when they went to Ireland. And if I can raise money from the Irish Society, I'm going to go there and dig for it.
Where?
Where else? The Hill of Tara. Or should I say, Torah?
That's quite good. That's really, really good.
Just to be clear, sir, you're going to tell the Irish Society that they're actually Jewish.
Yes, they need to know.
What exciting times we live in, where the Irish are actually Jewish and all 4 poles of the world are being mapped. To science.
To science.
Well, I'm off to bed.
Oh, me too. Big day tomorrow. Jane and I want to look our best.
What are you wearing, Molly?
I don't know. What are you wearing? Jane will be in her dress collar, the one with the bells.
Well, Philida, you can come out now.
Thank you, Lucius. What is Luigi drinking?
Brandy, but we all had one.
But he's meeting the Queen tomorrow. Luigi left. Sucawela, nef, shasa, shasa. Oh dear, there's no phrase for falling down drunk in Lake on.
Of course not. Savages. Lucius, you staying up?
Yes, I have to transplant my Philida venusti. Give her a little more room to grow.
You and your plants. I never saw such a man for plants.
I'm a botanist, Percy. I find plants interesting.
Adventures are interesting. You're not going to enthrall anyone with the cracking tale of your plants.
I don't see why not. I've seen some wonderful plants. There's a plant that's called the shy plant, and if you touch it, it actually closes up its leaves and hides from you. I have a great affinity with that plant. There's a plant in Africa with only 2 leaves on it, but it can live for 1,000 years. There's an orchid that grows in the air and smells of chocolate, needing soil not at all, and in each of its seed pods are 1,000,000 seeds. Enough to provide flowers for every wedding there ever was. There are plants that can cause your heart to race, and plants that can stop it dead. The Hottentots chewed on a plant called Conna until their animal spirits were awakened and their eyes sparkled and they were filled with laughter and gaiety. The dragon blood tree sap is so red that the native women actually used it to paint their lips with. And Stradivarius would varnish red violins to play for the lords and courtesans of Italy, who would drop the deadly belladonna juice into their eyes to make them wide and dark, while scenting themselves with rose, jasmine, and sandalwood. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Motto.
They did grow, didn't they?
Leishas Philida?
Philida! A message from Philida. She wants me for...
Nef.
No. Understood? I just thought after we talked last night, best night I ever spent in this club.
Club?
Club. Yes. Club. I don't suppose she taught you that word, did she?
Club. Ha! Club!
My kind of club! This club! The Explorers Club.
Ah, Explorers Club.
Yes, she mentioned the Explorers Club, did she?
Aru? Pahat Labong? Lida. Explorers Club. Explorers Club. Explorers Club. Explorers Club. Explorers Club. Explorers Club.
Yes, she really wants to be a member.
Member.
But they don't consider her equal.
Equal.
Yes. Right. How do I explain? Okay, this is how British society works. Queen.
Majesty.
Exactly. Servant. Lord. Scientist. Philida.
Nef. Philida. Scientist.
Yes. Yes, she is. She must be a member.
Confound it. Lucius! I say, Lucius!
Walling, perfect. Just the man I wanted to see.
What is this? You need a machete to get through this.
I've got a machete! Forward, men! Into the jungle!
Percy!
A life lived in fear is no life at all! Well, technically it is, but it's lived in fear, so, you know. Forward, men!
Walling, Philida's membership. With you, me, Coop, and Percy, we have 4 votes.
Yes, but override Sloane. Dash it, Lucius. He's been a member longer than any of us.
Oh, but he's wrong about this.
He's wrong about most things. Remember when he tried to build an ark in the billiard room? Why upset things? It's like guinea pigs. The males all get along until you introduce an unfamiliar female. Then you get aggressive displays and biting.
Just think about it. For goodness sake, she's presenting at the palace today, just like you. That is a huge honor.
It is, rather. All right, I'll think about it. If you let me borrow your white gloves. Jane seems to have chewed mine.
Of course, I'll get them. I'll ask Cope next, shall I?
Oh, I wouldn't just yet. Jane's used to her cage, but it took Cope all morning to get Rosie into hers, and he's pretty torn up about it. Don't add to his worries.
Don't worry, men! We'll get out of this somehow! Oh, we got out of this somehow.
Percy, Walling and I were just talking. I think this is...
Hello, Lucius? Walling?
We'll talk later.
I hear voices. Is it a meeting? Or is it the voices again?
Wally, we really must be going. Rosie just hates this cage.
No, Lucius is just loaning me gloves.
Ah, Luigi. Meaning to speak with you. Have you read the Bible? The Bible?
Bible.
Excellent.
Sloan, he's just repeating words he doesn't understand.
Well, that's good enough for the church.
She's all you there.
It's the woman. Now all we need is the serpent.
She's stuck in a cage, thank you.
Oh, is this the Philida? It's beautiful. Is Luigi with you?
Oh, I see your game. Getting friendly with the native to charm Philida. Well played, sir.
It's not a game.
Ah, thank heavens, I'm not very good at games.
Oh, Lucius. Oh dear. I had hoped to find you alone, but I see that you are not. And no one here shows any signs of leaving.
Not on your life.
Well, it can wait. Gentlemen, are we ready for our palace visit?
Ready!
Palace visit. See, Jane, stick with me and move in exalted circles.
She has to stick with you. She can't get her cage open.
Bye, Bull.
Lucius, wish us luck.
Philida, good luck.
Thank you, Lucius.
Yes. How about a kiss for luck?
Ooh, oh, goodness. Thank you. Goodness.
Check, old boy.
It's not a game.
Don't think I don't see what's going on here. Lust not after her beauty with thine heart, nor let her take thee with her eyelids. For a prostitute may be had for a loaf of bread.
Really? Where? They're much more expensive where I go.
In the Bible, Percy.
Oh, the Bible. I knew it was too good to be true.
Percy, I despair of you. Now I've got to go prepare my notes for the Irish Society.
Still thinking about that kiss, aren't you? Ha! It eats at you.
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
Give it up, old man. You can't win this one.
It's not a game.
Lucius, I like you. You're very smart about all sorts of things. Plants, geometry.
You said that.
Of plants. But there's a reason why I'm the president of the Explorers Club and you're not. I trust my instincts. In life, in love, in science. When I know something is right, I just go out there and I prove it. Now you, on the other hand, sometimes you go on your expeditions or your fiddly little experiments and you don't even know what you're looking for.
Of course not. You can't know what you're looking for. That could taint the result. You'll think you found something when you haven't.
Well, you see, I always know what I'm looking for. How else would I have found the East Pole?
Exactly.
Exactly. And I'm not just talking about science. This kind of timid pussyfooting is why you're bound to fail with Philida. You name flowers after her. That never works. I once named a whole mountain after an attractive Sherpa girl, got nowhere. Said the mountain already had a name. And then you use up your credibility trying to get her into the club, but these aren't the grand gestures that will win her.
I'll have you know that we had a very intimate conversation last night. We confided in each other our hopes and dreams. Many meaningful things were said and recorded. That's me making progress. I think.
That's you being her effeminate best friend.
You weren't there.
Thank God for that, it sounds ghastly.
It was romantic.
Did you kiss her?
Well, I'll have you know that we came very close. No.
Aha! You didn't kiss her! No points for you. You're basically just a giant house pet that she talks to. Oh, Lucius, I have hopes and dreams. Dreams about that great manly person.
Stop that is galling and inappropriate.
Oh, how attracted to him I am. Oh, what a state I'm in. Oh, I'm on a Twitter. Oh, I don't know what to do.
That doesn't sound anything like her.
Oh, what a state I'm in! Oh, it's on Twitter! Oh, I don't know what to do!
See?
Well,
Disaster!
what?
At the palace, Luigi bowed beautifully. All well, some applause, but then the queen reached out her hand to help him rise, and Luigi struck her across the face!
Good heavens!
It was chaos! I barely got him out of there. I had to create a diversion, so I opened Rosie's cage!
You what?
Well, they were much more concerned about a poisonous snake than they were poor Luigi, so we were able to escape.
You released the deadly cobra in the throne room?
I wasn't thinking clearly. I had to save Luigi. What if they come for him? Luigi, Fisha. We have to protect him.
No, we can't don't say nothing, Lucius. Be strong, old man. She's a lovely girl, but her savage slapped the Queen of England, and England expects every man to...
Luigi.
What are you doing?
She's crying.
No fair! Stop that! Oh, cocky queen slapping the queen and a woman crying. What's an Englishman to do?
We need to think.
I need to faint.
God, she weighs nothing. Did you know that? No, of course you didn't.
That's immaterial.
Immaterial nothing. She's thin. And right now she's quiet. That's how I like them.
Percy, you can't make your decision on that. Oh, wait, Carrie's no.
Wait! You're just jealous.
Percy, hand her here.
No.
Percy, hand her
No.
over. Percy.
No.
Percy.
No.
Fine, just put her on the counter and give her a drink or something. Roger!
Oh, don't even bother. Worst bartender in London. I'll get it. Oh, Sloan, thank you. Help us with Philida here.
I'm not touching her. This is what happens when you have anything to do with women. They're not like us, Percy. They're nothing like us at all.
Oh, what a mistake I made out there on the Twitter. Oh, I don't know what to do. Have you seen Wally?
We thought he was at the palace with you.
He was, but then Rosie here got out of her cage. There were guards all over the place. I thought they were going to kill her, but
Coop, what is it?
Rosie never made it near Her Majesty. She was distracted.
By what?
By Jane! Jane finally figured out the latch on her cage. Wally dove for her, but Rosie was faster. Rosie ate Jane! Right there in the throne room. Wally, I've never seen him look like that. I grabbed Rosie and ran for it. Why did Jane have to figure out the latch on her cage just then, the stupid animal?
Stupid animal! Stupid animal! Lucius, you tell that man and his thing that Jane was a gentle and noble animal.
Wally, old man.
Don't you worry me! You see this? This is what you've done! This is all that's left of her! This!
Wally, I never
Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for Jane.
Wally, hand me the collar. Sloan! As biblical scholar, perhaps you have a few appropriate words?
Yes, of course. Glad to, old man.
Would that be all right, Wally?
Yes, that would be fine.
Oh God, please accept our prayers on behalf of thy servant, Jane. No one lives unto himself, and no creature dies unto itself. If we live unto the Lord, and if we die unto the Lord. Jane was small in size, but great in spirit. Though caged in life, she is now uncaged in death, frolicking in the fields of the Lord. Please grant her, O Lord, eternal life and lettuce. Let us what?
Lettuce, she liked lettuce.
Lettuce. Grant her eternal life and lettuce, and take her into thy arms of mercy, for she died not in vain, but died for science.
For science.
For
For
science.
I'm going upstairs to reflect.
Wally,
I need time.
they said that a man who studied snakes and a man who studied prey could never be friends. But we've proven them wrong, haven't we?
Have we?
Give me that bottle!
Coop, no, that is not the way! He's a total infant. Coop, stop!
Coop's on the bottle, Jane's dead, and I can't even sit because there's a female on the couch. Your acting presidency has not been a success.
And I'm late for the Irish Society.
What next?
Gentlemen, my name is Sir Bernard Humphreys, private secretary to the Queen. I was wondering if you might direct me to Miss Philida Spot-Hume.
It would seem that the hour of judgment is at hand. She's on the couch.
Let me handle this, Lucius. Humphreys, Sir Harry Percy, gentlemen, explore. Miss Spot-Hume is unconscious on the couch at the moment.
Well, I have come most specifically to speak with her about the incident at the palace.
Bad business. Very bad business. I know I speak for the whole Explorers Club when I express my regrets. We're all very fond of Phillida because she's clever and weighs so little. But she's not a member here, you know.
Percy!
We have to think about the club, Lucius. Lucius was all for proposing her, but she doesn't really understand good explorers. Bringing back that Nacon man, very dodgy. I never bring back anything alive.
Yes, Harper can testify to that.
Girls, you see, get attached to things like cats and tiny dogs. Or in this case, a feral jungle man. But you can't hold that against them. They get these little whims, you see. That's why we call them women.
Let me assure you, we have no intention of holding anything against her or this club.
Decent of you. Very decent of you. Phillida! 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 Can you hear me? Humphreys from the palace and I have worked it all out, and you're not going to be punished for anything.
No one's here to punish you, Miss Spot Hume. We're all civilized people here. An intrepid explorer like yourself, and a charming lady besides. You're an ornament to this empire.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, Percy. Oh, I am relieved.
In fact, Her Majesty's rather in need of your help.
Anything, of course.
Excellent. Would you be willing to provide us with a map to the lost city of Patlabong? It'd be most helpful to us.
Certainly. I'll draw you one. It will be a bit rough.
Oh, no worries. We'll muddle through with whatever you have.
May I ask what the map is for, Sir Bernard?
Of course, it's no mystery. We've declared war on them. So we need to know where they are.
What?
I know, it's a nuisance. But we like to be as precise as we can about this sort of thing. Don't want to get the army out there, and lo and behold, they've attacked Malaysia by mistake. I can't imagine the paperwork when that happens.
The paperwork is not what concerns me, but war.
Oh, there's no need to be concerned. It's not as though we are going to suffer any casualties. I imagine our guns can level Patlabong in a day or so.
Oh, splendid! See, Phillida is also.
No, it's not. You said no one was going to be punished.
I said you weren't going to be punished. You're British. This Nicole chappie is not.
But he didn't mean any harm.
Madam, he slapped the Queen of England.
But that is how they say hello.
And now we get to say hello. With artillery!
That is an overreaction, surely. I mean, around here we're black and blue from Luigi saying hello, but we let it go.
And those innocent people of the Patlabong, you will punish them for a misunderstanding.
Yes, that one. That wild man came as a representative of his people. His people slapped the Queen. In the face. Who slaps a 60-year-old grandmother in the face?
And who are you to judge another culture?
Private secretary to the Queen, that's who. Now the map, if you please.
No. Find the Patlabong yourself. I shan't help in this madness. Luigi.
Oh dear. Let me make myself abundantly clear. If you look out that window, you will see this club entirely surrounded by Her Majesty's Guard. We've come for the savage and the map. I don't feel you're in a position to refuse.
I say, something's happening.
Disaster!
Sloan, did the guards hurt you?
I barely escaped with my life. What guards?
Her Majesty's guards didn't attack you.
No, I was attacked by the Irish Society. The Irish didn't appreciate being called Jewish.
The Irish are attacking the gods.
They're a very excitable people.
Oh, good lords around!
They're that worked up because you called them Jewish?
Well, no, I also suggested that they should be relocated to Palestine.
Oh, Sloan, you know you can't. The Irish don't like being told where they can live.
Everybody does that.
Guards, do not fire on the Irish! This could be a political disaster. I'll never hear the end of it from Gladstone. Guards, fall back!
Perhaps, Humphreys, you're not in a position to make any more threats.
Well played, explorers. But tomorrow I will return with reinforcements, and you will provide the savage and the map, or you will see how seriously the Crown takes treason.
The Irish Society still out there?
They've dug in. Entrenchments running between the hat shop and the pub. The Queen's Guard brought up reinforcements in the night.
It's a dark day for science. I say, Lucius, these plants look like we could use a little watering.
Leave them.
But they're dying.
I don't care.
Well, that's not like you, old man.
Lucius, the time has come. We must deliver Luigi and the map, or prepare for battle, and frankly, I don't like our chances. Shall I wake Philida?
Philida's gone.
Gone?
She must have slipped through the lines last night. She left a note.
Oh, I say. There's a lot of big words.
With tremendous regret.
Oh, that's tremendous. Is that how you spell it?
I must depart to put things aright.
Well, aright's not a real word. I can't be expected to read made-up words.
Philida's going back to Botanical to warn them.
This is all your fault. Taking her side against the government. We should have handed over Luigi and the map immediately, but you had to one-up me by agreeing with her.
For the last time, it's not a game!
Well, it's bloody not now! Who's gonna tell those armed men where Botanical is?
Can Luigi? Philida is the only one who can speak his language.
Well, can't you learn it? You just translated that whole letter from Philida.
That was in English!
Not all right, surely.
Look here, Percy. I didn't agree with Philida just to one-up you. I think Humphreys is being unreasonable.
You think? You're a botanist. Let the government handle the thinking. Ours is not to think, but to do. Don't think, do.
Do think?
No, don't think.
Don't think about what?
It doesn't matter. You're not thinking about it. You're doing.
So I'm doing what I should be.
What you should be is doing.
I don't understand this conversation at all.
Well, that means you're not thinking.
Why is my brain hurt?
Gentlemen,
How are you, Walling?
I couldn't sleep last night. It was too quiet.
Quiet? With the guardsmen bringing up that gun battery?
Quiet without Jane. And her little scrabbling noises.
Steady, man.
And even though I can't see them hiding in the walls and behind the furniture, I'm sure I heard her furry little relatives keening for her.
No, that was the Irish Society singing The Wearing of the Green all night long.
Oh, I wondered why I knew the tune.
Coop's in a bad way, old man.
I don't care. Really?
He was up all last night drinking.
Don't be absurd. Cope can barely finish a glass of sherry.
People mistrust them's the problem. I am sick of being mocked and excluded and losing at charades. Snakes are wonderful animals. They are charming and fascinating. And I like snakes.
Snakes are slimy!
Snakes are not slimy. That is ignorant. That is unfair.
That is a killer! That is a slimy killer!
She's very lovely.
Oh, she ain't Jane!
God! Jane was a furry rat!
Jane was not a rat. Well, she was Order Rodentia, yes.
Rat!
Slimy!
You English bastards, you not be telling your Irish where to live. Will not be going to Palestine.
Cope, old man! Can you hear me, Cope? Cope,
Wally,
I'm sorry.
my best friend.
Yes, Cope, we are! We are! They said we couldn't be friends, but we are! And nothing will come between us ever again. Nothing, not even your snake. Oh, come here. Ow! Your snake bit me!
You really can't make sudden movements around her.
Percy, get rid of the snake!
But he said no sudden movements!
Oh, there'd be something other than the snake! Please be a man! Sifka Jaha! Sifka Jaha!
Is it charades? Is it snake?
Sifka! Snake!
It is snake! It's finally snake!
Do you have medicine or something?
What do you... No, it's not! No!
What it should... Oh, please!
Stop!
No, don't either, please!
Chida Bala Raja Jaja Bala Chica Tula Chica La 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 Hura Chaka Dura Chaka Rira 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 Shaka 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 Rira. Oh.
Of course it didn't work.
Better?
Oh,
Yes, actually.
yes, much better. Oh, Luigi, you've saved our lives.
Cope, I'm so glad you're alive.
Wally, you're my best friend. And Luigi's our friend too. Delicious, we are not handing him over to the government.
Noble sentiments, Cope, but if we don't hand him over, Humphreys will just take him.
We'll hide him.
Hide him? Look at him. He's blue, for goodness sakes. He's not understand that.
We'll hide him in plain sight. Stash the dead Irishman in the foyer.
Certainly.
I've got his left arm, Wally.
I've got his right arm, Kobe. 1, 2, 3. Got the door.
It's good to be working together again, isn't it?
Excellent. Roger's spare uniform. Luigi!
Right.
Gone.
You want to make him the bartender? Are you mad? It's bad enough we have Roger. If National Geographic learns we have a savage tending bar, they won't stop laughing for days.
Luigi is going to be Roger.
But what if Luigi's a terrible bartender?
Roger is a terrible bartender. We are known for having the worst bartender in all of London.
My God! It's the perfect disguise.
We propped the dead Irishman against the wall, and Sloane's thrown some coats over him, so now he looks like a coat rack. Oh, is it cocktail hour? I'll have a whiskey and...
You're not Roger.
I must say, he makes a very good-looking coat rack. I always thought that corner could use something. Good day's work, gentlemen. Roger, I'll have a rum punch. Oh, good heavens, you're not Roger at all.
We're pretending he's Roger to hide him from the government.
But we have to get Luigi to understand this. There it is. Philoda's notes on the Nakong language. Oh, she was starting a dictionary. And right. Wally, you take English to Nakong, and Cope, you take Nakong to English. Together we have to get Luigi to understand the whole situation. Luigi.
Ah!
Wally, what is the word for war?
War. Oh, here it is. So, the Nakong have over 400 words for war.
Oh dear. Let's try something else. Is there a word for enemy?
Enemy. Yes. Anakonji.
Right. Luigi, here's the problem. The Queen is...
Majesty!
No, get up! The Queen is Anakonji.
Anakonji?
Yes, the Queen. Majesty, Queen. We are not amused. We are the Queen. Here is our hand. Oh, you slapped us in the face. How dare you? Is Anakonji.
Beast cat!
Yes, sir. Humphreys too. We are a civilized people. You can't imagine the paperwork when we kill millions of people. It's also Anakonji.
Anakonji beast cat Wigambo!
Yes, many Anakonji. Oh dear. How do I get him to understand that he has to disguise himself as someone else in order to deceive his enemies?
There's a word for that.
What?
In Nakong, there's a word for to disguise oneself as someone else in order to deceive one's enemies.
What's the word?
Ma.
All right. Luigi, Ma, Roger. Is that right? That sounds right.
It takes a dative case, so it would be Luigi, Ma, Rogeri.
Wope, Roger, Dua, Hefes, Masha.
I think he's got it.
Sloane, can you teach him a few basics?
Of course. Oh, watch this, Luigi. La 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 la. What will you have, sir? Excellent choice, sir. Enjoy your drink, sir.
Is it a bartender?
Of course it's a bartender.
I'm getting better and better at this game.
You are. Someone's coming up the steps waving a flag of truce. It's Humphreys. Maybe he wants a parley.
Luigi's not ready yet.
We've no choice. Luigi is Roger. He's our bartender now. We must all hang together. For science.
For science.
Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it. I'm the president again. Me.
Gentlemen, I have returned.
So you have. Good to see you, Humphreys.
May I ask what you're wearing?
This is my old uniform.
Your old uniform.
Yes.
You were in the Navy.
Yes. In a production of HMS Pinafore, I was superb. I cleaned the windows and I swept the floor. I polished up the handle on the big front door.
Right.
I polished up the handle so carefully. Now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Now he's the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
I'm going to need a drink for this negotiation.
A drink!
A drink, sir, a drink. In all the civilized world, men can sit down and negotiate over a drink. Surely you can extend this most basic courtesy to me here at your club.
Yes, of course. We're a civilized place. A British club, respectable, and dedicated to the pursuit of reason.
Why do you have a dead Irishman as your coat rack?
No reason. Roger!
So, what will you have?
I'll have,
Excellent choice, sir.
2, please.
Make it 3, 4,
5?
Make mine a double.
The house specialty, you know. Shall we sit now?
Yes.
Sir Bernard, we are eager to find a diplomatic solution. Believe me.
Yes. See, the thing is, Humphreys, Philida's scarpa to Pahalabong.
distressing, and what a facade.
She took him with her.
Even more distressing. Gentlemen, I have to say, things do not look good for the Explorers Club. I have no wish to destroy such a venerable institution, but Her Majesty cannot allow rebellion to foment.
Enjoy your drink, sir.
Yes, but we're over here, so if you could just...
Enjoy your drink, sir.
You know what, why don't I just grab that and bring it...
Enjoy your drink, sir. Enjoy your drink, sir. Enjoy your drink, sir. Enjoy your drink.
But... Double, certainly will want this. Thank you, Roger.
Roger. La la la.
What exactly is the house specialty?
Why, it's
It's what you ordered, of course.
But I didn't order anything.
Well, you must have because you have a drink.
Yes, I do. As do you. What did you order?
I ordered what you ordered. Of course, after all, you're a man of good judgment.
Excellent judgment, yes.
Perhaps I'll just wait on this drink a moment.
What did I tell you? Excellent judgment.
Yes, he's an example to us all.
Yes, well, very good. Now, gentlemen, I'm a reasonable man. Here's what I propose. You, sir, you are a gentleman explorer, are you not?
I am.
Then you will find Patlabon for us.
I don't know where it is.
But you're an explorer. Surely what Miss Botanical has found, another explorer can also find?
Well, yes, but there's no credit in being the second person to find a lost city, is there?
But you've a duty to your government, surely. Then there's Miss Botanical herself. The woman's walking into a war zone. She's going to need rescuing.
Rescuing? True women like to be rescued. Swooped up into strong arms, and she weighs so little. Right! Where's my machete?
Oh, no, you don't. If anyone's going to rescue Philippa, I'm going to do it.
You? You wouldn't last 10 minutes in the jungle. You could barely walk to a restaurant without hurting yourself. The minute you got there, some monk would kick your head clean off.
I really don't care who goes.
I do. I've got more experience. I've been in tough spots. I even lost a man in Tibet. Poor Beebe.
I thought you lost Harper in Tibet.
No. Hopper died.
Ah.
I lost Beebe.
You misplaced him?
Yes.
Does that make you more qualified than me to go after Philida?
I kissed her.
On the cheek!
Follow than you got.
Gentlemen, this is not a game.
Yes, it is! If Philida walked through that door right now, you wouldn't know what to do with her. You'd hem and haw and maybe name a plant after her that causes flatulence in hives.
If Philida walked through that door, I would kiss her.
I'd like to see that.
You would if she walked through that door.
She's not going to walk through that door. She's halfway to Pahat Labong.
Gentlemen.
Philida!
Stand corrected.
Excuse me, is this the Explorers Club?
She's delirious after one kiss.
Miss Spot.
Well played, sir.
Miss Spot Hume. I demand you tell me the location of Pahat Labong.
Sir, there appears to be some confusion. I am not Philida Spot-Hume. I am her twin sister, Andromache.
Oh, so terribly sorry. The resemblance is so awkward.
Shall I shoot him for you, miss?
Countess. Glamorgan.
Oh, God.
It would be no trouble to shoot him.
You are most polite, but I have more pressing business. I'm looking for my sister.
So are we.
Is she in this club?
No, Countess, she is not.
Well, then you're not looking very hard, are you?
We believe she's returning to Pahat Labong.
I suspected as much. Gentlemen, sit! I returned from my Scottish estate to find my estate in French uproar. Apparently, my sister passed the night there, building an airship that took off this morning, leaving one of my formal gardens in ruins.
She built an airship?
My gardener has resigned. My sister's been a great child to me, gentlemen. She always has been. Do you know she almost derailed my wedding to the Earl of Glamorgan by falling in love with her dancing instructor? Can you imagine anything more insane?
Building an airship?
Needless to say, I immediately told Papa, who had the man whipped and deported to Belgium, a place he is not from. She has never forgiven me. I've tried to make it up to her. I have funded every one of her expeditions. And how has she repaid me? Vandalism by airship.
I'm afraid it's worse than you know, Countess. You see, your sister, she brought a savage to the palace, and he slapped the Queen of England.
Is she trying to ruin me? Yes. Was this savage named Luigi?
Ha! Enjoy your drink, sir.
No, this is great. Right.
His name was Luigi. Have you met him?
I have not. Luigi was the name of her dancing instructor. She named everything Luigi to torment me. She's had 3 dogs, 4 horses, and a ferret, all named Luigi. It's galling and confusing. She calls Luigi, and living things come running for miles. I demand an explorer to pursue her and to bring her back to London to answer for the wreckage of my gardens.
We all agreed on that point, Countess. We were actually just discussing which of these men to send to find her.
Sir, you are being disingenuous with the lady. He means not only to find Philida, but to find Pahat Labong and destroy its population with war.
Well, that changes. Absolutely nothing. I don't care about some grubby tribe. I don't care if they're all slaughtered and buried in graves or marked Luigi. For God's sakes, don't send this one. He's clearly in love with her. He'll be useless. He's got that same look her ferret had.
Oh.
No, send this fellow. He's large. Right now, he's very quiet. That's how I like them. Well, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I must go to the palace to try to undo some of this social damage caused by my ghostly sister. Gentlemen.
Countess.
Well, at last we have a decision. Percy, you will go to Pahat Labong.
Ha! I win this round, Lucius. I'll be rescuing her.
You condemn them to come to death.
Death is ever with us.
No, death is ever with you, Percy. Tell me something. Have you ever brought a party of living men home from one of your expeditions? Because it seems you step out to the corner grocery, 20 men die.
Dangerous work, exploring.
Not for you, apparently. But your path home is paved with the bones of your colleagues.
Isn't that overstating?
Percy, they all die!
They don't all die! We don't know Beeb's dead, just
Misplaced.
misplaced!
Displaced on a freezing mountain in Tibet, surrounded by homicidal monks!
Well, admittedly, his chances don't look good, but there's no need to see the half-empty glass. At any moment, Beeb could walk through that door and say, Percy, it's me, Beeb.
Percy, it's me, Beeb.
Beeb, you're alive!
Yeah, no thanks to you. I struck out for food like you told me to. In retrospect, I should have seen it coming. We was 4 with only provisions for 3. Well, let's send Beeb out for food. When I got back, you and Harper had skipped and taken Stanley with you.
It was Harper's idea.
I was captured by the monks. Them terrible warrior monks of Jodai.
Oh, they're the ones that kicked Harper's head off.
The same. They showed it to me. Them monks were so enraged because you had desecrated the sacred mountain of Jodai.
What? Just by climbing it?
No, by climbing it and then pissing off of it.
Oh, come now. I guarantee I'm not the first animal to pee on that mountain.
No, but you're the first to pee off the summit while doing a little dance and singing, "Oh, nuts to you, monks."
Percy!
It was a joke.
Then you killed the sacred white birds of Sushong and you ate them.
Fine. Everything's my fault.
Them monks were so incensed when they captured me, they resolved to kill me in the most painful way possible. They sent me through the way of 1,000 deaths.
The way of 1,000 deaths?
The way of 1,000 deaths winds untold miles beneath the monastery, in the heart of the sacred mountain. It is a maze. It is a prison. It is a nightmare. At every turn in the path is another test designed to break the body and the spirit of a man. Challenge after challenge was put to me. Horror after horror I endured. I shall not speak of what I saw there, for it is forbidden. But if I could impart 1/100th of the terror and the pain of that place, none of you would ever sleep again, as indeed I have not.
Well, bad luck, and I am sorry.
The way of 1,000 deaths was meant to kill me, but somehow I did not die. I was filled with rage at your betrayal. I was determined to survive. I knew not pain. I knew not fear. I was nothing but a burning will to live for vengeance. Thus I survived. And 90 dark days after I had been thrown into that place, I emerged into the sunlit courtyard where the monks welcomed me and embraced me as a brother. They taught me their deadly arts. I learned to walk without being seen.
Where did you go?
I learned to breathe without being heard. And I learned to sneak past guardsmen into the bedchambers of my enemies and wake them with death. Gosh. Percy the Defiler, I am your doom.
Mr. Beeb, we need Sir Percy. If you kill him, you'll have to face Her Majesty's guards.
Suhai, Jodai.
Good Lord! Look at all those deadly monks!
They're kicking everyone's heads clean off!
Why you beat your boy? Hold them off!
He Jodai. Your army of guardsmen will not protect you. Your second, slightly confusing army of Irishmen will not avail you. You must die.
Oh, killed by Bede wearing a bedsheet. The National Geographic boys will love this.
I say Bede!
Oh, Lucius, you're looking well.
So you living for vengeance agrees with you.
Oh, you're too kind.
It's just you've come at a bad time.
Jane is dead. The bartender isn't any good.
The Irish are Jews.
No. I mean, of course, there's all that. But more importantly, you've come right during Brandy and cigars.
Oh, I love Brandy and cigars.
Brandy and cigars.
Yes.
Oh, well, now that takes me back. Well, certainly killing Percy can wait on brandy and cigars.
Roger, Brandy, set us up. I'll go fetch the cigars.
Say, Walling, is Roger feeling all right? He looks different.
Well, you know kids today with their crazy hair and their blueness.
Enjoy your drink, sir. Enjoy your drink, sir. Enjoy your drink, sir. Enjoy your drink, sir. Enjoy your drink, sir.
Thank you, Roger. Please, please take it, don't be shy.
Welcome back, Bede.
Yes. Did you think you're going to lie to me? Please, yes. And something on you.
The most unusual looking cigar I've ever seen.
Gentlemen,
That is rather good.
to science!
To science!
Yes.
Say, these are good cigars.
I made them myself, a special recipe. You know. Bede, you were saying you want vengeance.
I was. Yes. I want what everybody wants. Right? What was I saying?
You want something that starts with a V? Venison.
I want venison.
No, Bede, I think you were saying you want vengeance.
I do. Right, I do. I want vengeance. I want it. It's important because. Wait, I know this. I want it because Percy climbed the sacred mountain of Shogar and he pissed off. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not. It's pretty funny.
Classic Percy.
Listen, no, but here, will you read out this for me? Oh, thank you so much. No, what I was saying, it's a sacred mountain. It's not.
How do you make a mountain sacred?
Oh, you don't piss off it.
Percy, it's more than that. You left me out there. You left me in the snow and you sacrificed me. And you took, what was his name?
Stanley.
He doesn't even have any feet.
No, Bee. You're right. I did leave you there. And that was wrong. I didn't like you, Beeb. I didn't. I don't know why. But now I realize that you're a good man, Beeb. A good man. And I am lucky to have you in this club with me.
I feel cleansed. I don't even want to kill you anymore, Percy. I don't know what I'm going to tell them other monks, though.
I have a thought on that.
Oh, Lucius! Let's hear Lucius! Lucius is amazing.
Yeah.
He's so brainy. He's always thinking. I couldn't do that, I'm telling you. I could not do that.
Do you want to hear the thought?
Oh, yes.
Let's hear Lucius.
Well, we have the dead Irishman we're using as a coat rack. You could take him back to the monks and say he's Percy.
Oh, he's right. What, I could kick his head clean off? They'd never know the difference.
Is it itchy in here?
Is it? How strange. Can't imagine why. Give me those cigars.
Oh, no, Lucius.
Just as well. Don't want to fall off of that monk program for too long. It's very rigorous living only for vengeance. But we've got this specialized diet.
Did you say specialized diet?
Oh yes. No pork or shellfish. Very stringent rituals for butchering animals. Exhaustive laws, really. All collected on a sacred set of scrolls known as the Tao Ra.
What?
Yeah. It's not for everybody. Judaism.
No. Seek and ye shall find. Beeb, I think you and your monks are the very people I've been looking for. I was wrong. Irish people. You don't have to go to Palestine.
Lucius, goodbye. And thank you for the dead Irishman. Percy, you behave. Mwah!
Take care.
Gentlemen. Hi, Jodai.
Hi. Same old Bee.
I say, Sir Bernard, if Beeb can forgive Percy, certainly the crown can forgive the Nicole.
What? No. If we went around indiscriminately forgiving everyone, what would that make us?
Christian?
What? No. That is sedition, that is what this is, and it will not stand. Percy!
Sir!
For your country and your club, you will find Philidus fought you.
Yes, sir. You can count on Harry Percy. I will not fail. I will find Philida. Found her. Done. Another success for Harry Percy. Thank you.
Well, Philida, it is you, yes?
Well, of course it's me. Oh, Lucius, how dare you?
Stop that! I found her. I should be kissing her.
No one should be kissing her. She's a wanted woman.
Clearly.
Sir Bernard, here's your map. It will take you straight to the Hacker Block. I only ask in exchange for that you spare poor Luigi. No. Something is not. Doesn't he? Yes! It's Luigi. It's all his fault. I realize that now. Luckily, he's not here.
But he left with you.
That is exactly what he did.
Well, have you brought him back?
No. He is nowhere near here. He's in the Hacker Bomb. So you should take the army and go and find him. Here's the map. Ta!
Is that an airship?
I don't see an airship.
Well, I do. It's I mean, I'm putting on lipstick. I'm putting my own head up. I hate this game.
So do I, Professor. So do I. Now, Miss Hume, would you like to tell me what's really going on? The Irish are dispersing. The monks are gone. Soon, no one will stand between you and Her Majesty's guards. Now, the truth. Is that an airship?
It is. I flew it to Botanical and back.
In one night?
Well, no sense in building a slow airship.
Is this a map to Botanical?
It is. But when you get there, you will find nothing. I warned the Nakon to flee. I told them that the British were coming with fire and steel. They wanted to stay and fight. But I held up my spoon, and I commanded them to disperse, to go where not even I could find them. That map will take you to where they once were, but the city is level and the people are gone. The lost city of Botanical is well and truly lost.
My course is clear, Miss Philippa Hume.
You must give her a medal.
What? Why?
Well, think about it, Sir Bernard. The Queen wanted Botanical gone and its population destroyed. Well, Miss Hume has done that for you, without the expense or trouble of trucking the entire British army through the jungle. Your mission is a complete success.
Yes.
Madam, it appears you've done your country a service.
Wait, I wouldn't be surprised if you got the Order of the Garter out of
Yes,
the Garter? Me? Order of the Garter? Me? Well, if there's an Order of the Garter in it for me, perhaps we could do better than a medal. Perhaps a title.
A title?
May I suggest countess?
Oh, my sister will be Green, the great Bisjat.
Most satisfactory. I shall withdraw the guards and report my happy news to the Queen. What an excellent day. Shall we toast our good fortune?
I think we must. Roger, set us up.
Enjoy your drink, sir. 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 Enjoy your drink, sir.
Well then, God save the Queen.
God save the Queen.
And Congai Bisjat.
Good Lord!
This is the best drink I've ever had.
It's a revelation.
I can't even speak.
You, Roger, what's in this?
But Planter's Punch.
Exquisite.
And this one?
But Room Swizzle.
Delicious.
This one. What's in this one?
But Brandy Alexander.
Poetry.
But this is extraordinary. I was told you had the worst bartender in London.
By National Geographic?
Why, yes.
I bet they also told you I didn't find the East Pole either.
By God, they did.
That's because National Geographic are a bunch of lying swats.
The cads. Percy, I will see to it that the Crown funds any expedition you care to make. And if I hear any more libel out of those bounders at National Geographic, why, I'll have them horsewhipped in the streets.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
Gentlemen, I take my leave of you now. But, on behalf of Her Majesty's government, I have to say I am impressed. Very impressed with the Explorers Club.
He's pulling out his army, we're saved!
And our club is more prestigious than ever.
Yes!
It will be even more prestigious with a countess among your membership.
Miss Hume, you've brought nothing but chaos here ever since you arrived here. But you've also brought us an excellent bartender. I call that putting the club first. I shall be proud and happy to sponsor your membership.
Proposed!
Seconded.
Those in favor?
Aye!
Oh, wait. I have to ask Luigi. Luigi, I'm sorry. I brought you here, and now I can never take you home again. What will you do?
Nilada. Pahatlabong me guapanaru. Weisha aru.
What did he say?
He says Botanical a shithole, and he prefers it here.
Science wins again!
To science!
To science!